Army's offensive playbook in college football 25 is one of the top 5 offensive playbooks in the game. And what makes this playbook so unique and special is your opponent would never know if you're going to run the ball, if you're about to pass the ball, if you're going to run to the left, if you're running to the right, or if you're running up the middle. And in this video, we're going to be going over the top plays in the Army's offensive playbook. I'm going to be giving y'all boys the best cues that y'all need and how to read defenses so you can make this offense overpowered in college football 25. Hey man, if y'all boys are part of the GLC fan, go ahead and drop the GLC in the comment section. And by the end of this video, you will win 10 times more in college football 25 if you leave a like and make sure y'all boys subscribe so y'all boys can continue to get this free sauce in college football 25. So first, when we're running this offense, we need to go over the basics. So the R is the read key. Watch this player when deciding to hand off the ball to the running back or keep it with the quarterback. So this is the person that's going to set up your play, and I'm going to be giving y'all boys an example of how to read the read key. Now the defender with the letter P, that is the pitch key, and you're just going to watch this defender when you keep the ball with the quarterback, and it's any type of load option or pitch. So if he's coming closer to the quarterback, that's when you're going to pitch it. If he's guarding the running back, you're going to keep the ball. And like I said, we're going to be diving into examples so y'all boys can see what I'm talking about. So if this read key crashes down, we're going to keep the ball with the quarterback. And if he plays outside, we're just going to hand it off to the running back. Now, the great thing about it is if you're just going to let the running back get the ball, you don't have to tap anything. If you're going to keep it with the quarterback, and then you hold X. So let's go ahead and run it. See, we're going to keep it. And then we have the easy yards down the field. Now, sometimes you may not have a read key. So now you just got to basically read the defense. If it's like this, you could easily just hand it off. Or if you want to keep the ball, you could keep it. Usually when there's no read key, I usually just keep the ball with the quarterback. So all I do is hold X, keep it, and pitch it off the pitch key. And we get a couple yards downfield. Hey, we get the first. Oh, and we might even score. Did we get in there? And we got at the 1 yard line. Now the pitch key is the person that you're pitching it off of. So you see what number that was, 13. So let's go ahead and run it back. So number 13 is the pitch key. You see he's crashing down for the quarterback. So we're just going to go ahead and tap the icon of the running back to go ahead and give him the ball. Now, if you're playing online, a user will switch on to that and play with you. So sometimes you just can't get baited. You just got to be smart. Hold the ball for long as possible until he gets close just to see what that user does. So the next important thing is putting your 3 best players in that backfield. So the great thing about this, if you don't have a good fullback, you could put your tight end back there if he's fast. But if you want all 3 running backs, the fastest running backs on the field, you can also do that too. But I do recommend just putting your best players back there that you want with the ball. Now first, we're going to be going over Flexbone normal. And the first play we're going to be going over is rocket toss. Now this is a very simple play. All you literally do is press X and it's going to toss it to him, and you just run down the sideline for the easy yards. Now like I said, the great unique thing about this playbook is your opponents never know what's going to hit them. Now you compare that rocket toss up with the fullback wham. So it's literally the same motion. So they're going to overcommit once they see him do that, and then you just simply hand the ball off and you get down there for the easy yards. Now the only time I'll really run the wham if you're like inside the red zone or you just need those easy yards to get the first down, and this is when you could pull this play out the bag. So with that, we're going to mix in the load option. It's the same motion, but now you're just pitching off that pitch key. So go ahead and pitch it, and then you see we get down the field. So we have the rocket toss mixed with the wham and mixed with the load option. So that's 3 plays right there. You could just go ahead and keep in your bag. And like I said, they would never know which one you're about to run. Now for the pass play, I like to run PAHB, dive. Now it's going to have that motion, but instead of going all the way, he's just going to stop right there. And you see we could throw it to that wheel down the field since they're a man for the easy touchdown. Now we're going to get into the formation Flexbone close. Now the play slant out trails. This play is literally OP. Now when I say I run this, I really run this play down in the red zone, or if I'm like, anywhere 20 and in for the easy touchdown. And I get easy touchdowns when I run this play just because of that corner route. And it gets, I'm telling you, it gets open 99% of the time down there, because they're going to think you're going to run the ball, but instead you just go ahead and pop out with the easy corner route and get in there for the easy touchdown. Now this formation also has the rocket toss, and it also has the load option if you run it out of these formations. Now the next play we're going to be going over is the QB counter. And for this play, it's set up the same. Like I said, it looks like the load option or rocket toss, but instead you're keeping it with that quarterback and you're getting down the field for the easy yards or the easy touchdown. Y'all boys see I got the stick work to be able to get in that end zone. And then the pass plays alone in this formation, I'm not gonna lie, they're crazy. You have all goes, and then you also have the PAFB dive, and then the PAHB dive. So we're gonna go ahead and go over the HB dive play. Let's go ahead and do it again. You see we got the motion, and then we got the crazy route combos, and then we throw it to the easy post down the field for the easy touchdown. Like I said, your opponent is never going to know if you're running or passing the ball. Now after I run the ball a couple times and I see my opponent starts to play aggressive, I like to come out in the play all go. Now when I run this play, I'm trying to score, so I'm going to launch this ball downfield. I don't care who it's to, just who's ever open. And you see it was a red ball, but it was still a dot because of the pass settings. So if y'all boys need them pass settings, go ahead and watch the pass settings video, and y'all boys will throw dots no matter what color that ball is. So now let's go ahead and run it. You see he crashes down. We keep it with the quarterback, and we stay. Hey, if he would have blocked, we would have been down there for the easy touchdown. So now this is easier because you have a little bit more time to read what he does. We keep it since he crashes down. Hit that sideline. Go ahead and pitch it. Ooh, he got the moves. Do we get in there? He's a little bit slow, but we'll get in there for the easy touchdown. So reading that read key on this play is very important, and it also happens fast. So since a lot of these formation has the same rocket toss and load options, I'm not going to be going over them, but they are great to run in any of these formations. Now I like to run you off for the pass plays, and then the first pass play we're going to be going over is the PA switch. Now depending on what your opponent likes to do or run, you can make adjustments based off of it. So because I see that corner press out there, I'm just go ahead and put him on a streak, and then you can go ahead and put your fullback on a Texas route so you can have something over the middle of the field. Now let's go ahead and run it. Like I said, they're going to think you're running that Texas, but instead, you're throwing that ball, and we get down there for the easy touchdown with that wheel. I also like to play tight end levels because that tight end is running that wheel route. And then, like I said, you could go ahead and put that running back on a Texas, and then you could put the receiver out there that's solo. You could keep him on the curl, or you could just go ahead and put him on the drag to have that underneath. Let's go ahead and run it now. You see we got that corner route wide open, but we also had the zig underneath. So most of the time when I have ran Army, most people are running man because they're blitzing. So this is why, these concepts in this playbook is great, because, it's a lot of man beating routes that's already there for you. So if, he's blitzing heavy and you get all these man blitzing routes on the field, it's going to be an easy time to beat your opponent. Now we're in Flexbone East. Now some of the best plays also come just for the simple fullback dive, just because how he powers it in there. It's no read key or nothing. He just simply hand that ball off, and it's a real quick, simple exchange, and you get the easy couple yards. Now when I run this in MUT, I usually break just because it happens so quick and my players are so much faster. So like I said, this is just a great play because you see how quick he hands that ball off, and you see, oh, we almost scored there, but he didn't get the block for us. Another play I love out of Flexbone East is the QB power. Now this play, when I say it goes crazy, I mean it goes crazy. You just got to read your blockers and just follow them. Now most of the time I do keep this ball all the way to the outside, but if you see a hole open up inside, you can hit it, but most of the time the outside is going to be your money, and you're going to get the easy touchdowns like y'all seen in the first clips that I had of this video with my faster quarterback. And you see, there we go, right there. We get in there for the easy tutty. Tackle over is another great formation. We're going to be going over to play fullback dive. Now this is just another quick exchange with the quarterback, and I usually run this when I'm at like the 1 yard line or like 2-3 yard line. So just going 5 and in. This is when I will bring out this play. And I'm not even gonna lie to y'all boys, since they gave us those new fullbacks, I do put my real fullback in, since he's a big body and he usually gets in there for the easy touchdown, just trucking the opponents. Now I also love the QB power out of this formation, because you see we have all the blockers out there already set up for us, and like I said, we got bunt right there, but I like to keep this to the outside. Let's see if we get in there, shake them, get in there for the easy touchdown. Like I said, QB power is a great play to run, and I love that play. Now we're going to be going over to play receiver corners. Now for this right here, like I said, if you know your opponent isn't man, this is a great play to run. And I like to go ahead and put that the fullback in the backfield. You can put him on a Texas, or you can also put him on a wheel. But I like to personally put him just on that Texas route, just to have something coming across the middle of the field. You see we had the corner open, but we should also have this Texas route. And you see we get there for the easy touchdown. So like I said, your opponent's going to be running man. You have a zig on the outside, you have that corner, you have the streak, and then you're going to have that Texas coming across the middle of the field. Now we're going to be going over the tight formation. Now this already has a lot of the same plays we went over, but I personally like to run the play PA fullback dive, just because of that wheel route. Like I said, I'm going to keep saying it. A lot of people run man, so you have all the routes that you need to get open. Does he swat it? He swatted it. We should have got it. But like, hey, I have a person that throws dots on my team. When I run this, they're a man again. Let's see if we can get it now. And we get the easy touchdown with that wheel route. Now another thing you could do is go ahead and put square on a post just like that, and go ahead and run it the same way. He end up getting bumped, but we should have him cross the middle of the field for the easy touchdown. Next, we're going to be going over to play zig out. This is another man beater. You can run it stock just like this, and you see you have both zigs to get open. Oh, he just threw it to his kneecaps. That's kind of crazy. Let's go ahead and run it again. Dang, hold on. Hey, it's a lot of bad things going on. Let's go ahead and throw it to the tight end, because he wants the ball. Let's go ahead and throw it to him. You see we get that perfect ball down the sideline. Them boys are a man. He gets a stiff arm. Oh, he ain't staying bounds. It's all right though, but this is another great play to run. Now we're going to be going over the formation trio right. Now this is going to be like your main pass formation if you like to run plays that's already set up for you. So you see we have all go, like just all the routes in here, you can just run it stock, all the plays, and it's good. So if you came from TikTok, you seen I ran the play receiver screen. Now this play is OP. I'm not gonna lie, y'all boys, you can either run it like a tunnel or just keep it outside. And I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was a tight end right there. But of course, you know, you will have faster players, of course, if you're running ultimate team. So now we're gonna run it like a little tunnel screen, then bounce it back outside for the easy touchdown. So it could either just be a simple, like a grab and go screen. When I mean grab and go, you just catch it. They were running man right there in blitz. So you just either catch it and go up, or you can run it like a simple tunnel. So if they're running man, of course, you're just want to run it like a tunnel, catch that ball, and run upfield for the easy yards. Now, if you're playing against somebody, you know, that has some IQ, like I said, this is a mainly passive formation. So if they're waiting for you to pick your formation and they catch on, like, okay, every time he runs trio right, he likes to pass. And that's when you have your other options, like the inside veer option, the fullback dive, the midline triple, or even the QB power. So always keep your opponent on his toes when you're running any of these formations. Basically, let your opponent know he doesn't know what's about to hit him if you're going to run it, if you're going to pass him. So make sure you're not making it easily known. So of course it's going to say Flexbone in the formation before, you know, he picks his play. But like I said, if he sees that trio right every single time and he knows you're going to run the play like all goes or something, he's going to be waiting for it. He's going to be alert. So just make sure you mix it up so you could easily bomb him whenever you switch to those pass plays. Now, like I said, the reason why this playbook is so unique and versatile is because it has Flexbone, it has pistol, and it has gun. Now we're going to be getting into the gun plays. So the first play I like to run out of split tight is triple option right. They have a triple option right and a triple option left. I mean, it's really the same thing, but it doesn't matter. So say by mistake you keep that ball, if the read key, he flicked it back. That was a bad play right there. I'm not gonna lie. I tried to show y'all boys an example and it didn't really work. But there, even though I pitched it early, you see we still get down the field. I could have kept it, but like I said, this is just a great play to run whenever you want to pull out the bag. You know, we keep this ball with the quarterback, go upfield, shake him, ooh, shake it back for the easy touchdown. Now, the play I like to pair it with that is a play Texas, and the great thing about it is it's already in your audibles. Now, the one adjustment I like to make is I like to put the other running back, so triangle, on a wheel route, and I like to run it just like this. Now, if you didn't want to have that curl, you don't need it. So you see here, since he's in man, we could either throw that corner or we could throw that wheel. Now, of course, if we was further down the field, so let's think about it like we're at the 50 to 40 yards back or something like that. So here I know it looks like they're close, but just think if we were farther back down the field, you know, he's going to be running wide. Both of them are going to be running wide open for the easy touchdown. And my favorite thing besides the Flexbone and all the crazy stuff in there is they have the motion RPO zone. Now this play alone is toxic along with the other formations they already have. So basically if nobody runs out there with that motion, you throw it. If you see them run out there, you just hand it off. But like I said, this play is toxic, let alone all the other plays that's in this playbook. So let's go ahead and do it again. If you see somebody play it, you could hand it off, or most of the time you're going to be throwing it though. But the user, he's going to try to go out there. So let's just act like we had a user. Let's act like he was blitzing off the edge right there. And that's when we just hand it off for the easy yards down the middle. Now y'all know Mar is all about setting his opponents up. So once he catches on that you're running that motion RPO zone, that's when you can hit him with the motion cross screen. And he's not even going to be expecting it. He's going to see this motion. He's going to fly across the field. And that's when you go ahead and dump it off to R1. Now let's go ahead and run it back because he got bumped. But I'm telling you, when I run this play, it's crazy. You see we got the bomb voyage blockers. Go ahead and follow the blockers. 53. Oh, stay up. Come on. Like I said, this is just one of them plays that you just pull out whenever during the game just to catch them off guard. I usually run this like once or twice. I don't run it like a lot, but you see it's working. And we get in there for the easy touchdown. Now, one of my favorite plays that I've been running lately is out of the slot left weak, and it is the motion PA receiver swing. Now, this is one of those plays where you just pull out at a random time. You really can't run it too much because it's kind of obvious when you do run it. So, of course, that first time you run it on him, you want to hit big, and you see this play right here. I'm telling you, it goes crazy. Y'all boys have to try this play out, and if you have that fast receiver out there to run this play, you're going to hit big when you run it. Now, of course, you know, the only option you have is to throw it to this receiver. That's why I said you kind of have to, you only really have that one time to run it unless your opponent just does not catch on to it, but you can run it multiple times a game if you want to. But then if you notice he starts to catch on, that's when you can just go ahead and switch the play to the triple option lead left, and it's literally the same motion, but now it's just a option. So you're just going to read that read key. I'm going to just go ahead and keep it. I'm not even going to read it. I'm just go ahead and keep it just to show y'all boys. And then you pitch off the pitch key. He stays out there, so we keep it with the quarterback. Now the next setup I love is in the slot right weak. It is all these three plays right here. So we're going to go ahead and start with the motion receiver swing. Like I said, this is a very unique playbook. Go ahead and throw that swing route. And you see we got the big boy out there throwing people, easy cakes. And we get down there for the easy, almost easy touchdown, but we got down the field. Now let's go ahead and switch the play. Now, like I said, me personally, I live by if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So once your opponent ends up, you know, stopping it, that's when you hit them with the motion. With the option. You read that read key. He crashes down. You keep it. You pitch it. Can we get some yards on it? Did we get any yards on that play? No, we didn't. Probably only got about 1 yard, so let's go ahead and run it again. There we go. See, now that's the big boy play right there, big boy run, and we get in there for the easy touchdown. Now we're going to go ahead and switch it to the pass. So once he starts to play aggressive, that's when you hit him with the motion cross HB flat. So this is a play I like to run when I know my opponent is about to, you know, commit, like run commit, just because I'm doing this play a lot on him. So you can just go ahead and hit the running back for the easy amount of yards. Now this is not a play to really hit big on. It's just like to get that first down when it's needed. Now, if y'all boys like some trickery, to play double screen is a great play to run. Now you have two options on it. So if you don't want to throw it to that receiver, you don't have to, because you have that running back on the other side. So let's go ahead and do it to the running back down. So like I said, just imagine, if it's clamped up over there, I press the wrong icon. But you see, they were in man. But of course, if you have that fast running back and that linebackers on the whole opposite side of the field, that play right there could be real crazy to stop. So you see, this is a perfect example. They're running man over there. I see him crashing down, and that's when we obviously just throw it to the running back down the field for the easy touchdown. Now, if you like to have your stretch runs, the pistol formation does have a couple stretch runs that you could run, and the pistol formation is also another great formation if you want to throw that ball, get out the Flexbone or just get out a gun and just run options or screens out of this. But if y'all boys want a part 2, I got some more saws that y'all boys didn't even see yet. This is just really the basic plays that I've been running for the past couple days in this playbook. So if y'all boys want that, just go ahead and say drop. And the secret money play is over on my Patreon, or if you join the membership channel on the YouTube, it will also be there. So if y'all boys want the secret money play where you're going to be scoring most of the time when you do it, make sure y'all boys go either to the YouTube memberships or the Patreon. Hey man, but if it's your boy Get Lamar, and I'm out.